All right, everybody, hello and welcome. So this is a weekly yoga class. And for today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do 30 minutes of yoga sculpt and then 30 minutes to do a nice, relaxing stretch. So if you have blocks, strap, bolsters at home, just bring them ready, get it ready, because we're going to go right into the other class in 30 minutes. If you don't have a bolster, just get a big towel, like a bath towel. Wrap your pillow lengthwise, just fold it like a burrito. Keep talking about burrito. And then wrap it with the towel nice and tight. And then you have that. If you don't have a strap, go ahead and get a bathrobe, one of those belts for the bathrobe, or get a belt, so just a regular belt that work, or anything that you'll be able to use as a strap, okay? For the blocks, if you don't have the blocks, you can just use a book or like a really nice sturdy box or something like that. But if you don't have that, that's totally fine. So the things that we may do with that, you may not be able to do with that stuff. So don't worry about it. You can use whatever you have. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And as every week we get ourselves a little all in that nice little vibe for our class. So I have incense today. Last week I was sick, so I had this essential oils. So I have essential oils on my shoulder today. So I will be modifying certain things for my shoulder, and that's what we do. You know what I mean? So we keep modifying, but we don't stop moving. That's the key to live a long and healthy life. So let's go ahead and get started. Place your hands on your thighs. If you wish, close your eyes. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. And then just allow them to settle. Take a nice deep breath in all the way into the belly. And then breathe out. Release all the stresses of your day. And let's do that again. Deep breath in. Getting up any anxiety or depression or sadness. And then exhale that out. And one more time. And now as you breathe in, bring both arms up. And then as you breathe out, bring your right fingertips to the floor, left fingertips towards the upper corner of the room. Inhale. Now bring both arms up. As you exhale, bring the opposite arm all the way up and over. And back to the center. All right, so you're gonna bring the left foot in, right foot out. Gonna inhale, bring both arms up. And then exhale, walk with your fingertips forward. Feel that nice stretch on that right glute. And then walking all the way with the fingertips towards the left side. Back to the center and walk with your fingertips in. Now let's switch it out. Left foot out, right foot in. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, bending at the hip, bring your hands in front of you. Hold it here, cupcake hands. And then walk towards the right side. So you feel that stretch on that left glute. And come back to the center, release. Just cross your legs here for a moment. We're going to just roll the head on the front from one side to the other. And back to the center, look over your right shoulder, over your left shoulder. I guess we really got another storm coming in. I didn't find out until today. And back to the center. Let's move into all fours for a tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulder. Release your toes on the back, knees underneath the hip. You're gonna start to do nice little taps, bringing that circulation to that top of your foot. Now inhale, lift that right leg back. So you have the ball of your foot on the floor. You're gonna inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Feel a nice stretch. Now lift that right leg up and over, and looking over your left shoulder. Look towards that foot. Now lift that leg up, and I will not be doing this one, but I'll tell you what to do, okay? So you're gonna come down and do 3 triceps. Are you bringing your nose towards the mat? Actually, I'm doing it. Very good. Now go ahead and step in with that foot forward. Bring both arms up. Shift that weight forward for that nice hip flexor stretch. And exhale. Go ahead and straddle that front leg. Bring that chest towards the leg. Now shift the weight forward. Tuck your toes in the back. We're going to bring that knee in 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Keep the hand down. Open up. Right fingertips towards the ceiling. Bring that right hand down on the inside part. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Now extend that left knee. Inhale. Go up on your tiptoes. And then exhale. Press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, feel a nice stretch in your calf. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift to hip level. Exhale, cross, up and over. And then start to turn and your head to look over the right shoulder. And release. Bring that leg up. 3 triceps push up. So I'm actually not even putting any weight on my right hand here. All right, now go ahead and step in on that left side. Inhale, bring both arms up. And breathe. On the next exhalation, go ahead and extend that front knee. Straddle that front leg. Bring the chest down. All right, shifting the weight forward. Keep your right hand down. Open up the left side. Tuck your toes in the back. Let's bring the knees in 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Step all the way forward. Hug your elbows and sway from side to side. And release. You're going to inhale. Bring both arms up. Oh, I did it all by myself. And then exhale, thumbs to the heart. I've been working on the shoulder all day long today, lifting and moving. It was really stuck. All right, so for our real first one here, we're going to do chest and a triceps, a chair pose, and a triceps kick back right here. So go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. Then when we come back up, we're going to do curls and a leg extension, okay? So chair, kick back. So pick up the weights. I'm not going to use any weights today, but please pick up some weights. So if you haven't, we usually for this class, we go low weight, under 8, 8, 6, 5, 3, 1, whatever you got. All right, so come on. Your feet are pretty close together. Engage the core. Keep that chest elevated. Bring the elbows back. We're going to do kick back for 3. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Come on up. Lift that leg up. And extend your knee as you curl. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to switch legs next time. Go kick back. 1, 2, and 3. Come on up and curl. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do it again. Chair pose, kick back. 1, 2, and 3. Leg up. Extension. 1 and curl. 2, and 3. Here we go. Other side now. Kick back. 1, 2, and 3. Lift it up. 1, 2, and 3. Now go ahead and step all the way back with this leg. So then warrior 2 legs right here. You still have your dumbbells on your hands. We're going to do a lateral raise. Whew. Lateral raise. Lateral raise. Lateral raise is this. See, I have no strength right now in this side. My muscles are locked up right here. So we're going to do a lateral raise with the dumbbell. Okay? Yeah, I'll do without it because right now my arm feels like it weighs 20 pounds. All right, here we go. Ready? And go. 1. So you can go a little faster than me if you want. 2. I'm going to bend my elbow. Here we go. 3. I'm sorry. It just feels like 5. I mean, that was 5 for you probably. I'll count. 6, 7, and 8. We're going to turn all the way to the other side. Now this side, we're going to do hammer curls. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to turn again. Now this time we're going to use the legs as we do the lateral raise. Okay, so every time you go up, you're going to extend that knee. Ready? And go. Here we go. 1. Both arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to curl and go. Here we go. And curl up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, one more. And 8. All right, let me just see what happened to the music here. Sometimes, I don't know what happens. There we go. All right. All right, so next one, we have a tree pose. So you can have a baby tree, a mid-sized tree, high tree, just not a tree on the knee, okay? It rhymes, no tree on the knee. So whatever height you want, we're actually going to stay on the back of your mat. You're gonna have one dumbbell on your hand. You're gonna do a triceps extension overhead. So you have one dumbbell, triceps extension over here. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna come back with that one dumbbell, step forward. We're gonna do the drivers. We're gonna turn the dumbbell, okay? All right, so let's do it. Pick up just one dumbbell. Get that tree pose ready. Find your balance. It's coming up. Bring the dumbbell up. Triceps extension. Go for 3. 1, 2. Let's do this 3. Now go ahead and step forward. Forward lunge. Drivers. 1, 2. Let's do more than 3, otherwise that's not enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Step back. All right, other side, tree pose. Triceps extension overhead. And go. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Step forward on that forward lunge. Drivers for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll come back to this one in a little bit. We're gonna come up into a sumo. So we're gonna do a deep sumo pulse on the bottom. All right, so just go ahead and pick up that dumbbell. We're gonna do a front raise right here as we'll come down. So I'm gonna get something just to help myself, but you don't need to get this, okay? This has been my what I've been working on today, so that you actually know if you had this ever happen to your home. So what we do for me is like I'm using my good arm to help my not so good arm today. All right, so here you go. So I'm using my left to help me build the strength on my right. Okay, ready? So here you go. Front raise. Now you're doing this with your dumbbell. I'm doing this with my bar. See how things have changed for me? Now I'm adding some mobility here, which is so important in rehabilitating my shoulder, but I'm not doing full strength because my left arm is helping my right one. So you want to keep, unless there's a tear, you want to keep that moving, otherwise your shoulder will freeze and it makes it much harder. So this is my own physical therapy here. All right, very good. Okay, so we are going back to that first one. Let's get ready. Triceps extension, tree pose. Ready? And go for 3. 1, 2, and 3. Step forward. Drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, now switch sides. Lift it up. Triceps extension, go. 1, 2, and 3. Step forward and go. 1, 2, 4. No, that's 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Are we turning into that sumo? I'm gonna get my little tool. Front raise and sumo, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, one more. All right, and 8. Woo! All right, so we're gonna use your block, and if you do have 2 blocks, have one on each end of your mat. If you only have one, you just take that with you to the other side when you go. All right, so we are going to turn into, first, we're going to do what is called the Shiva squat. So it's a standing split. So both hands go on your block, and you're gonna tap the knee into the opposite calf, okay? Once we are done with that, we're gonna turn sideways and we're going to do some leg circles, forward and back for each. All right, ready? Here we go. Find your balance. Lift the leg up. Shiva squat. Go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now go ahead and turn. There we have that half moon. You can extend the elbow up if you like. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on up. You can take your block if you only had one. Are you gonna go to the other side? Here you go. Lift that leg up. Shiva squat for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, turn. It's the hip is pointing up, toes are pointing out. Circles are arm up right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are coming up. We're doing the other side again. All right, ready? Set. Shiva squat for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turn sideways and go. 4, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on up. Switch sides. Shiva squat. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turn sideways. Half a moon. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna go ahead and turn again towards your block. Bring your hands down, step back into a high plank. You're going to do mountain climbers for 3. Ready? I only have one hand down, but you're gonna do both. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3 push-ups. 1, 2, and 3. Come on up. Here we go. Mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3. Knees down, up. 3 push-ups. 1, 2, and 3. Come on up on a high plank, and then move into a downward dog. All right, shift into a plank pose. Touch your ankle. 1. Go back to the plank. Switch hands. 2. Make sure you're switching sides. 3. We're gonna do 8. 4. To plank, to touching the ankle. 5. Plank. Touch your ankle. 6. Plank. Down dog, touch your ankle. All right, just do 8 total, okay? All right, and go back into a plank. All right, 3 climbers. Go 1, 2, and 3. 3 push-ups. Go 1, 2, and 3. Up on a high plank. Go again. 3 knees. 1, 2, 3. 3 push-ups. Go 1, 2, and 3. Back into plank to downward dog. So you're here in a plank. Touch the ankle. 1, and keep switching. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, sit back on child's pose. Forehead down. Catch your breath. Ground yourself. All right, so we're just gonna do a couple more things here before we go into our relaxing class. So from child's pose, go into a downward dog. And then just walk all the way towards your hands. Inhale, bring both arms up. I'm coming up. And then exhale, palms of the hands. Nice and control right here. Oh, all right. Okay, so if you have your block still there, this can be done with a chair, all right? Or a step, or whatever you have in your house. The chair is usually better even than the block, so don't put any weight on it, okay? So you're going to have your foot on top. So I'm gonna do the other side because I can't use this arm, I'm just see. So you're here. The first thing you're gonna do is turn, and then the other arm will go up. Right here. Yes, once you're there, lift your leg and hold. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we'll come down nice and slow. Let's see if I can do this side. So leg up. Yeah, it's just gonna be hard. Okay, so my arm is back there. Lift and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to challenge you to do something a little bit more. Now instead of using the chair, the block, see if we can do the wall. All right? If your hamstrings are super tight, don't go so high. Keep the knee bent instead, or you're going to go ahead and extend it. So the movement is the same thing. So you hold your arm up, and we'll turn. And we hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now control. Go ahead and hold that leg. You bring it down nice and slow. And go ahead and lift that other leg. Just really engage the glutes. Shoot it down. Here we go. Arm back, opposite one up. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. All right, very good. We're gonna come down to the floor. All right, for our first one, we're gonna come from laying down. You're gonna have one leg in. This is like if you were, it looks a little bit like a tree pose, but you don't have your leg like this. You just have the inside part of your foot onto your inner thigh. You're gonna lift your hip up. You're gonna drop the leg. We're gonna come up. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3. So now you switch. You lift, you drop. You come up on a bike. 1, 2, 3. Okay? All right, so ready? Here we go. Reverse crunch, drop, go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Other side, lay down, reverse crunch, sit up, go. 1, 2, 3. Reverse crunch, lift and drop, go. 1, 2, 3. Switch, sit up, go. 1, 2, 3. Lift and drop, go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, 3. I think we started with the side, so we gotta do the other one. Here we go. Last one right here. Pretty sure. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now laying down on your back. We're gonna do the windshield wipers now. It works well if you have your arms that are 90 degrees. You can keep your knees bent for a little bit easier. Extend your knees for a little bit more challenging. And we're gonna slowly drop the leg from one side to the other side. All right, so here we go. Ready? This is slow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Try bring your knees to your chest. And then rock side to side. And make a nice little circle. Opposite direction. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to start our yoga stretch / restorative. So this is the time you get all your stuff ready and set up. So I'm gonna get this one bolster because it's a lot of times what most people have, but any other bolsters you have, or that pillow wrapped in a towel. You go ahead and grab your blocks, make sure they're close by. And your yoga strap. Right here, okay? So if you, the yoga strap, I would love to do the hammock today because the hammock is one of my favorite things. We will get there for hamstring, so we'll do that in just a moment, but not yet. So if you'd like to know how to do it, just put it like your strap should have like something that looks like a buckle from a belt. So you put it through. You know it's working if when you pull, it doesn't come off. All right, so the way you do it is you put it in the further one. Okay, so if you're coming in here, there is one hole. You go in through the second hole, and then you move that little thing in the middle, and then you pass it through. All right, so this is like this. It's nice and stable. We'll leave it like that, ready to go for whenever we are ready. All right, so first one, we're gonna start getting your bolster. I'm gonna do this side. On the side of your hip right here. And then we're gonna swing both legs back. We're gonna turn your torso towards the bolster. We're gonna come down nice and slow. You're gonna bring that forehead towards the bolster. When the forehead touches, just turn your head sideways. To get started, we're just gonna face the same leg side your legs are. And then if you like, after being in this position, you can turn your head to the opposite side. And breathe. As you exhale, just really allow the bolster to support the weight of your body. And let's press to the palm of your hand. Turn your head first, and then as you press to the palm of your hand, come up to seated position. Hello, sweetie. We're gonna move the bolster to the opposite side. Swing those legs back. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Slowly bring that chest down. When the forehead touches, then you turn your head sideways. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just really relax. And see if you're not holding any tension on your shoulders, on your neck, on your body. And then turn your head to the opposite direction if you like a little bit more. And then turn your head back and then press the palm of your hand and come up to a seated position. We can move the bolster to the side for just a little bit. We're gonna do that hammock. I wanna loosen up our hamstrings here before we go a little further on our back. All right, so make sure that the buckle is not on your head or your feet. If you don't have a strap that's long enough to do this, then you can just go ahead and just do a regular hamstring stretch. So what we want to do is put the hammock right on, not on the neck, but on the base of your skull. Like in the same position where I have my head bent, actually. And then you're going to go ahead and put that on one foot, on the ball of the foot. And this is all about releasing and letting go and learning how to trust. When I first did this one pose, I was so scared, but this should feel nice and comfortable. It should not feel painful at all. So just finding that balance between stretching your hamstring and feel the nice release on your neck. Now, a lot of times, actually, I have my buckle on my foot. I'm gonna turn that a little bit. You may need a little bit more, like if you are really flexible. So you wanna make your strap in a way that you feel like you're getting a stretch. And just breathe. And just close your eyes. This feels really good. Although it does look intimidating, it's actually a very gentle stretch. And then start to notice, like, bit by bit, the weight of your head is going to start to add a little bit more into the stretch on the hamstring. So just breathe into that. And if it becomes too intense, you can always bend your knees slightly a little bit. All right, so we're going to first remove it from the head. And then we're going to bring that leg down nice and slow. And we're going to just rest here for a couple of breaths in Shavasana. So just take a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Just noticing that nice release on your hamstring and on your neck. And one more breath. And now we're going to switch. You're just going to slide that strap to the opposite foot. I'm going to bring it behind the head. So always start with that knee bend first, the opposite knee bend, and then stretch. Extend it so that you can feel that nice stretch on the left side. Breathe in and out. All right, just one more breath here. And then slowly going to go ahead and start bending the knee. Remove that from behind your head. And slowly allow that leg to come down. Palms hand up. We'll take 2 breaths in Shavasana. And let's go ahead and leave that band strap to the side. And roll towards one side. And I'm going to press with the palm of your hand and come up to a seated position. So we're going to get that block in the right position here. So you're going to need to figure it out how high you want the block to go. We usually one on the higher. And then you can have one on the lower setting. So the one on the lower is not the lowest, it's the medium one, the second height. So you're going to have that one on your shoulder blades, and then you're going to have the tall one on your head. All right? So just move so that is in the right position. I like keeping my knees bent on this one, but if you want to extend it, it's whatever feels good in your body. Deep breath in and then breathe out. Just really, now that you feel more comfortable, that you trust the pose a little bit more, just really, as you exhale, release and let go of the need to control. And you're going to slowly bend your knee one at a time. Go ahead and squish your hip out to the side and come up to seated position. Hey, sweetie baby, what happened? Are you attacking my block or my block is attacking you? Hmm? All right, so now we're going to pick up the bolster again. I'm going to lay the bolster across. All right, my love. And if you'd like, we're going to go for a child's pose. You can actually have your block set up underneath. Sorry, my love. Underneath, if you like. You can make one tall and then the other one low and the medium, just like what we had before. But we're just gonna rest right here. And turn your head to the opposite direction. And we'll come up and just remove the blocks and remove the bolster. I'm just gonna leave the bolster to the side. We'll need it again in just a little bit. We'll come down and lay down on our stomach. And this is for our chest yesterday. And actually, I need this one also. So we are going to keep the elbow bent. One elbow, either bent or extended, whichever one you prefer to do it. You're going to bend the opposite knee and start to turn towards that side. Right, and a lot of times you're able to turn a lot, and sometimes you're only able to stay on your side. Whatever that may be, just stay in that position. If you have your elbow extended, it's going to be a little bit easier. So if you feel like you're too tight, just go ahead and do with your elbow extended. And slowly roll into your belly. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. And I'm going to go very slow because that's my injured side. So bring the hand in close to you, bend that knee, and then start to roll towards that side. And you may just stay on your side like I am, or you may be able to roll a little bit more. And the sides are going to be different, like what's happening with me. One side is injured, the other one isn't. So I have to stop a little sooner here. And I'm going to slowly roll into your stomach. Nice and easy. Bring the arm back. Then you're going to press through the palms of your hands. You're going to come into your knees for a thread the needle. So now we're going to stretch the opposite side, which is the back of the shoulder. So inhale, lift your fingertips up. Then exhale, thread the needle. And then you can keep the hand here, and if you wish, you can extend the elbow. And let's bring the hand down, slide your arm out. Now keep the right hand down, inhale, left fingertips towards the ceiling, exhale, thread the needle. And if you like, you can extend the right elbow up. And slowly slide the arm out. And now we're going to come down once again to our stomach. Roll your bolster in. Line up the bolster with your hip. And then bring that knee on top. So this is a supported half frog. So you're elevating the hip a little bit. Rest the forehead on hand, on top of hand, and then rest your forehead on the top hand. Now you're really trying to keep your whole leg on top of the bolster. You want to keep your knees and then your lower leg and your foot. And your foot is engaged, the dorsiflex. So you're pointing the toes towards your shin. And I'm going to slowly release. We're going to bring that bolster to the opposite side. And we want to align that to the hip. Engage the foot and then rest forehead. And slowly release. We're gonna move into a pigeon pose. If the pigeon is too much for you, you can do laying down on your back. I do like to get to to pigeon from, we have a few more minutes here, from downward dog, but today, because I can't do downward dog, I'm just gonna come from a seated position. But by all means, it's really easy to get there if you are on the downward dog. Now here, if you like to use the bolster as a prop, either for your hips, you can do that, or you can just use as a prop for your hands. You can also do that. A lot of times I do like is sliding it in underneath. So if you're going to the down dog, go ahead and tuck your toes in the back and then lift the hip up and then switch sides. And we're going to just sit on that side. Bring the bolster lengthwise here. You don't necessarily need to do this, but if you want to use the straps to hold your body into the stretch, you can, or you can just put 2 blocks underneath your knees. Much easier to do that. You should bring your feet together and then you just make this nice and tight. Or you can just have the blocks underneath the knees also. There you go. And just allow your arms to relax towards the sides. Take a few deeper breaths here. Now we're going to slowly, you can use your hands to remove your strap and just use your hands to close your legs. Remove the block and just can roll towards one side. You can stay on your side. Just press with the palm of your hand. Come up to a seated position. I'm gonna do a couple of stretches. You can hold on to your strap. You can cross your legs. I'm gonna use my stick because my stick is gonna be more helpful to me, but you can use just your strap, okay? So you're gonna raise both arms up here. And you're gonna slowly pull with one side. Feel that nice stretch underneath your shoulder blades. And slowly back to the center. It's gonna go to the opposite side. And back to the center. We're gonna come down nice and slow. I had to come down real slow. All right, so now a triceps stretch. So just bend your elbow and stretch. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. And then back to the center. So you're gonna take 3 deep breaths. See if I can do it. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, let's do 2 more times. In. And out. Both arms. And 1 more. In. And then as you breathe out, palms of the hands together, thumbs to the heart. Namaste. I thank you so much for joining me here. This was a yoga half and half sculpt / restorative stretch. So I hope you had an amazing time together. Let me know how you did it. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.